Welcome back to Sit Downs with Shaunna. This week, we're talking about all the things that buyers do in the market that their real estate agent really hates. Number one, when you call the listing agent or you go on Zillow and you dial up another agent because your agent isn't available, your agent doesn't like that, and the agent you're calling doesn't like that either. It actually crosses some ethical lines for us. And if you are officially working with another agent, part of your agreement, at least in North Carolina, is that you won't do that. But either your agent didn't explain that to you correctly, or you didn't really read it when you signed up with that agent to work with them. When you're calling an agent on Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com or Redfin or wherever, those agents are actually agents that are waiting to help you as a potential buyer's agent. They're full-time agents. Sometimes our full-time agents work 60 to 70 hours a week, and when they're on duty, they want to help you. But they don't want to help you for your brother, sister, cousin, friend who works part-time in real estate to get paid at the end of the day. It's not fair. And it's also not fair to that family member, friend, or coworker that you're working with, that you're calling other agents and getting other opinions and insight, because whenever you see a listing, you should go direct to your agent. Now, we'd love for you to work with our company here at the Overman Group, but if you don't, that's okay. Just be loyal to the agent that you're working with so there's no confusion and nobody's stepping on somebody else's toes. The second thing that agents really don't love is when buyers start shopping for homes, but they're not willing to commit to a loan approval process first. If you start looking at homes and we take you to a beautiful mansion and you absolutely fall in love with it, it breaks our heart at the end of the day if you don't qualify for that home. So then we have to start shopping for a totally different home in a totally different price point, and nothing ever measures up to that home again. It's really best practice for you to talk with a lender if you're obtaining financing and make sure that you're at minimum pre-qualified, but generally pre-approved before you start looking. In fact, some listing agents and some sellers won't let you in their home without that proof that you're already approved. I mean, you wouldn't want everybody off the street walking through your house every day, would you? The third thing that real estate agents really don't love is when you forget that we have families and lives too. Don't get me wrong, we work pretty much around the clock, and we will call you back, text you back as soon as possible. But if you were our only one client in the entire world, we would never make a living. So sometimes it's going to take us a few minutes to get back to you. Real estate agents that are professionals are incredible. The moment they get out of a meeting, the moment I get off of this video, I flip over my phone, I look at my text messages, I call people back right away. And I do that in the order that they were received. But it's not fair to think that we don't have things that happen too. We might need to eat dinner with our family once a week. Or we might need to attend that high school play for our family member. We might need to be humans as well. So just don't forget that and take care of your agents out there that you're working with. They are going to do everything they can, every moment possible, to get you what you need. But don't forget that they're people too. Another thing that we have to take into consideration when you're looking for homes is your family member or friend who bought a home 10, 15, 20 years ago only knows their experience in that market 10, 15, or 20 years ago. So unless they've really bought a home in the last 90 days, which is about the time frame on which the real estate market can shift, and honestly, if something drastic happens, it can shift overnight. Our experience from 90 days ago is different from today. Our experience from 12 months ago is different from today. So while you might be out there looking for an incredible deal and you want to negotiate $50,000 off of a home or negotiate every repair in advance before you ever really make an offer, sometimes those things are not realistic. In fact, we've been in a market for the last couple of years where negotiating is slim to none. We had a brief time frame at the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, when that was possible, and then we immediately went right back into a seller's market. Even though interest rates are high. Just because interest rates are high doesn't mean we can assume that sellers are going to suddenly negotiate. In fact, most sellers on the market here in 2023 are seeing offers well above asking price. They have multiple offers again, cash offers again. They have a gamut to choose from. So when a buyer says, well, let's go in and make an offer $40,000 under asking price, It's really not realistic in this market. And it doesn't mean that your agent is just trying to get as much commission as possible. It means they're just trying to guide you as best as they can in the current market. And a good agent in a shifting market where a buyer can get a great deal is going to do everything they can to get you an incredible deal and beyond. Some of the agents on our team, even in the height of the market, have been able to do incredible things here and there when the opportunity presented itself. The final thing that's really difficult for your agent is when a buyer says, I want the inspection to be perfect, or I want every item on the inspection report addressed. And that's generally not realistic. We try to stick to things that are plumbing concerns, electrical concerns, safety hazards or issues, or structural in nature. And the reason we do that is we do want to be realistic. Home inspections look at a home today as if it should meet today's building code, and also home inspectors are not contractors or engineers. So there's a lot of speculation that has to go into a home inspection. There's actually a lot of verbiage that's provided by the state that you live in that requires the home inspector to write the report a certain way. Sometimes that's really alarming. So you need a great agent and a great home inspector to help you navigate through that and understand what really might be an issue and what needs further investigation by a contractor or potentially by an engineer. At the end of the day, most sellers are not going to make every repair on that list, and there's no perfect home. Even brand new homes have summary pages with several items on a home inspection report because it's the inspector's job to take a look at what might not be functioning as intended and not necessarily what's not functioning as intended. So when your agent recommends 3 contractors and the contractors don't see an issue based on what the home inspector wrote, the contractors are not trying to get one over on you. They really know their stuff, and they are who the home inspectors have to defer to at the end of the day. For the last few years, it's been really unrealistic to get repairs on many homes. In fact, most buyers have been waiving repairs or waiving inspections entirely just to get into the home of their dreams. Now, us agents, we hope that lightens up here by the end of 2023, maybe early 2024, but there are no guarantees in this market. I hope that you're out there finding a great agent to work with. We'd love to work with you here at the Overman Group, but definitely interview a few great agents and see what they have to tell you about buying a home in today's market. I'll see you next time on Sit Downs with Shaunna.